Can you lift that weight? Could you do one curl with that?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Well, I don't know how to do it. What's the form? I don't want to hurt my arm before this concert. Man. I have a lot of riffs.
Just one.
That's it?
You just one?
What the fuck?
Maybe that's how people can get really good at making music, is like the more music they expose themselves to and the more they become obsessed with it, the more it gets into their bones and they're able to, express.
If you had to pick between Michael Jackson and Elvis, who do you pick?
Man, that's hard.
I know who I pick.
I am a human being, capable of doing terrible things.
Hey everybody, welcome back to AWOLNATION's Totally Committed. We're here with our co-host and wonderful guest, the boys in Iron Tom, their new bass player. Zach also is in the Barbarians of California and plays with AWOL as well. So let's get right into it.
My name is Margot Traber, and my favorite song is Let It Be.
Speaking words of wisdom, let it be.
And the reason why is it's our life philosophy.
How does it make you feel?
Calm. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Let It Be Naked or just Let It Be Phil Spector?
Naked is nice.
Naked's my
is nice.
jam,
Yeah.
personally.
Let it be, but don't forget. If someone wrongs you. I'm just kidding.
Let It Be.
Well, how about this? Let's just let that answer be.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. My name's Max. I'm hanging out tonight with AWOLNATION. My favorite song of all time is Let's Stay Together by Al Green. It's our wedding song, so it's steam.
I'm so in love with you. Whatever you want to do.
For any casual music listener, maybe this aspect has been overlooked, but some of those recordings and Al Green's drummer, and the name escapes me of the actual drummer, some of those beats are as heavy, if not heavier, than any hip-hop song or any heavy metal song or any hardcore, funk breakdown. And so the thing that stands out to me the most is probably the drum sound and the pocket and the beat. And if you were to listen to it isolated, meaning only the drums, it sounds as impactful, in my opinion, as a John Bonham or a Dave Grohl or an Isaac Carpenter or a Jack Irons. So that's the thing that speaks to me mostly about those Al Green recordings.
My name is Jeannie, and I'm from Orlando, Florida. And I think my favorite song of all time is probably Sublime's Bad Bitch. Because it's nostalgic of my early teens and just kind of when we didn't have to adult. Yeah, and I love that. And when things, to me, it was simpler. There was more togetherness with people because everything wasn't digitized yet.
When you grab a hold of me, you tell me that I'll never be set free.
Sublime is a band that when they came out, I was in high school, and I was a straight edge kid, and so I thought it was corny. But as time has gone on, if a Sublime song comes on the radio or if I happen to hear it in some other way, it's aged really well. And I think he's a great songwriter, great singer, thoughtful lyricist, and so that's another. I like to look back. We all like to look back on some of the bands that we thought were corny, and see how they've aged. And Sublime has aged really well to me personally.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's move on.
Okay, my name is Abby, and my favorite song of all time is Another Love by Tom Odell, because I feel like it can apply to situations that anyone in the world is in, and everyone can relate to it in a way. But for me personally, I love the way that it sounds, and I love the way that the lyrics kind of form a story that is unique to each individual person, but can also apply to a lot of people.
And if somebody hurts you, I wanna fight, but my hand's been broken one too many times. So I use my voice, I'll be so fucking rude.
It makes me feel happy and at peace.
I don't know that song.
No.
I know it.
What was the artist name?
Tom Odell.
Oh, you know that?
He's an English songwriter, and it's a good song. It's probably his most known song, and he's his music's very piano and vocal, like emotional.
Is it a modern artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that song's probably 8 years old.
Got it.
Maybe a little more. But it's a nice song. I mean, you know, it's cool. It's cool. It's her favorite. You know?
Yeah. That's the nicest thing you can find to say. It's cool. It's a nice song. It's cool that it's her favorite. But she was very sweet. I remember her, and we can move on.
Yeah.
You know.
Hi, I'm Maddie Robertson. My favorite song is Blue by RKS because I've listened to them since
Do you know that?
when they first started making music, and their newest album has been my favorite so far, and it's one of my favorite songs.
We will listen to
it. There's a lot of emotion that goes into the song, and it makes a lot of people, their audience, feel really happy. So I'm happy for them.
See, that's the thing about Totally Committed is, you know, we're here to learn too. I don't know this artist or song, and we will listen. We'll show it right now. I'm sure it's a lovely song.
Makes me happy to listen to it.
And it makes her happy.
All right, I'm Grant, one of the volunteers here at the AMP. My favorite song is by R.E.M. I was in Athens when they were starting out, and that was a fun time. And off their first EP, Chronic Town, that they had, 10,000. I don't know the name of the song, but it was a 10,000. But I love that song.
Love R.E.M. Glad to have him.
Did that guy just say he didn't know the name of the song he loved, though?
Yes.
That was pretty cool.
So he just said R.E.M. and then didn't say something?
He said like 1,000 song or something?
He's like, I don't remember
he said
the
a
name,
number.
but it's
I forgot what it was, so it doesn't exist. So we could just pick it for him, I suppose. Losing My Religion changed the universe, and it seemed like the only music video that was on for a full year.
You know, Losing My Religion, I think it was a few months, 3 months before Nevermind.
Yeah.
Before Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really crazy because, it was such a monumental record, but then here comes Nirvana, and it kind of it just went a totally different way, you know?
There were rumors that there wasn't going to be necessarily a next Nirvana record after they did Unplugged and Kurt left this earth. And that Kurt and Michael Stipe were going to make a record together. And of all the, records that didn't happen because people passed away or whatever, that's one that haunts me because that would have been really...
Was it supposed to be acoustic?
Yeah. It's supposed to be a mellow record that they were supposed to do together. And I would have loved to have heard that, Okay, moving along. I botched the whole R.E.M.
I think my favorite song would have to be Locust Star by Neurosis. It's what made me get into music mostly and start playing drums. I really enjoyed that whole album and that band. It's a very depressing and sad song. It's very but
why not?
It's good. I like it.
My name is Sarah, and my favorite song is If I Can Dream by Elvis Presley.
There must be lights burning brighter.
I think it's just so powerful, not just the message for what he was trying to convey at the time, but even it kind of sails through time in the sense that it always will have a meaning no matter what, whether it's back then or now.
If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, why can't my dream come true?
The song is really deep. It is it's essentially his political song or his social commentary song.
I think an overlooked Elvis song that I personally love very much, don't know why, is Return to Sender.
Yeah.
Here's another song.
She wrote upon it, return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such song.
Address unknown, no such number, no such zone. What a fun, a song about the mailman?
Yeah.
Screwed up, kind of.
I know, it's...
Yeah. If you had to pick between Michael Jackson and Elvis, who do you pick?
Man. That's hard.
It is, and it's rude, and I'm
Who do
sorry,
you
but
pick?
that's...
I know who I picked.
I just, Michael Jackson was so important to me growing up. As an 80s kid, it's hard to Human Nature is my favorite song of all time.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Smooth Criminal is one of the best songs of all time, dude. And I found that out more recently because I hated the synths as a child. But now.
I know. Another rude question is Prince or Michael Jackson?
Ooh.
That's a little tougher.
I think Michael's music has meant more to me.
Another really crazy rude question that I came up with is Prince or Bowie? I know you guys are going to pick Bowie. I know you're going to do that.
Just because that's how I was raised. That's how I was raised.
I think I go with...
You turned me on to Prince.
I think I go with Prince.
Really?
Jimi Hendrix or straight up Prince?
Personally, Prince.
Because of the songs. The playing. What about guitar playing?
I don't care.
His mustache was so clean. I don't know how he pulled that off.
When Doves Cry, too, lyrically, like about his parents and all that.
That could be the best song of all time. That one.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I could have chosen that.
That's what makes this so hard. By the way, picking Prince over Bowie is, I don't like doing it, but if I have to, that's where I'm coming from. And
have you seen Prince
with a Snow White tan?
Kurt Cobain's left-handed.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Right.
I mean, he is.
Right.
What were you saying?
That when Prince did, it was the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
And he fucking stole the show. And Danny Harrison's like, dude, and when he played too long, basically.
Yeah, it's incredible though.
Yeah. He went like 2 minutes longer than he should have.
But
in music terms, that's an eternity for a guitar solo.
It was While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Yeah.
And it was honoring George.
And he was just laughing.
It was
Jeff Lynne is on stage.
Yeah.
He seen
Tom Petty's on stage.
Tom Petty's on stage.
They sing the whole song, and then Prince just comes out at the end and.
Speaking of Petty, because you got to spend a little bit of time with him.
Yeah.
Harry got to spend time. He worked for Tom Petty's like clothing maker or stylist.
Taylor. It was really incredible to get to know him a bit, because it's really wild. It's kind of like being around a wizard. Mm-hmm. It was like being around like Gandalf or something, or Dumbledore.
Yeah.
I saw that a couple times myself.
Yeah.
Like the you could feel. Kind of his power and his wisdom, you know, and everything he said, and like he knew about so much music, you know, like what I kind of deduced from spending time with him was like, I think maybe that's how people can get really good at making music, is like the more music they expose themselves to and the more they become obsessed with it, the more it gets into their bones and they're able to, you know, express what they want to say.
Yeah, Tom Petty, you could put him up there with Prince and Bowie, really, in a lot of ways. He just, you know, kind of like just meat and potatoes brilliance, if that makes sense. Like, it wasn't reinventing the wheel like Bowie did or as flashy as Prince did, but you know, I put him up there with Bruce Springsteen and you know, just great singer-songwriters.
What I've always thought is if you have the Beatles and Bob Dylan, you have Tom Petty right in the middle, because he had the care and the like the making records mindset, you know, that the Beatles approach had, but he really had a Bob Dylan sensibility with his songs. I feel like they had a depth in that way, you know, where like maybe gave you a little slice of life with each of them, you know. On Full Moon Fever, that album, Free Falling, and I Won't Back Down is
Won't Back Down is amazing.
Yeah.
Stand me up at the gates of hell.
I know.
Won't back down.
That is tough.
If there was ever a place to back down, it'd probably be at the gates of hell. And he's like, no.
And George Harrison's in the...
Thank you guys for being with me. Boys in Iron Tom, Barbarians of California lead guitar player. Give a shout out to Lyndon and his projects and being the new bass player of Iron Tom. See you next time.